We are told in just about everything from words to songs that there's somebody out there for everybody. Path to Love even has become an express lane with all the online outlets that invite you to find your hope for life mate. This desire and even expectation to have a love in your life, that grows even stronger during the Christmas season. Ever hear of the saying, haste makes waste? Well, it can also make some pain, too. Here to discuss this is a relationship expert, author, columnist for The Today Show, and president of something real interesting I want to get into her with, too, Country Cures, Dr. Gilda Caro. Good morning, Gilda.
Good morning. How are you, Chris?
Always great to talk with you. Let me give you the website info. Of course, we have it on our site, but it's drgilda.com for everything, and I mean everything that Gilda is involved with. And learn more about this real interesting idea, countrycures.org, and we can do that. Let's start with the holiday season, personal relationships, because I am willing to bet the person listening right now, if they're not facing it already at some point in their life, they're going home, they're going to office parties, family parties, or whatever, and, oh, you're coming alone. You mean you're not dating anybody?
And that's supposed to be a terrible thing. I think that everybody who accepts that as criticism has to recharge their battery and understand that it's not that you're not dating anybody. It's that you're not willing to settle for anybody. And that makes you so much more special than the average person who just grabs anybody just so that he or she will not feel so lonely.
I always tell people what used to throw that at me. Well, I'm sort of like Jesus, at that party where he showed up, where he turned the water into wine. He was just there with his mom. He didn't come with a date either.
Well, things are made even worse when you hear the songs and you see what's around and you think of yourself as something wrong with you if you're not part of Noah's Ark. Even talking about country music, Hunter Hayes sings "Everybody's Got Somebody But Me." And especially during this time of year, you begin to wonder, well, if they really do have somebody and I don't, what is wrong with me?
Is a mistake people make, especially, again, they grow to overdrive this time of year. They're out there, another country song, Johnny Lee from Urban Cowboy, looking for love. Of course, the rest of that title is in all the wrong places. But instead of looking for it, should you just maybe try spending some time sitting back and letting it find you?
Well, you see, that's my philosophy. We've been talking for a lot of years, Chris. You already know that if you keep searching, and then grabbing at anything that walks and breathes, then you're going to be left very unhappy. But if you allow yourself to be open, receptive to what might come or what might not come, then you look at life as an adventure. And as an adventure, anything can happen. And everything will, if you're just, willing to accept it.
And instead of living up to mom's expectations, oh, your biological clock's kicking and I'm not a grandmother yet.
Oh. I still remember my mom on her deathbed said, God, I wish you were settled. Now, I'm divorced. And she said, I just wish you were settled. And my sister said, well, that means that you should have a very big job somewhere. I said, no, it doesn't. That means to our mother that I should have a match. And I don't want to have just any old match. It's got to be the right match. I'm in this business. It's got to be the right match or no match at all.
Yeah, how would it look if a relationship expert is making page 6 of the New York Post having another bust up out of a relationship?
No, thank you. No, thank you. And I don't want somebody else's man, and I don't want somebody who's in the ing position, as I say it, divorcing, grieving, separating, because those people don't have their head around giving to somebody else. I just want to do the sensational work that I'm doing, and when the time is right, it will be right.
This time of year, too, thinking with that concept of letting love find you, if you don't have somebody to hang with or you don't have a significant other this time of year, and I always talk about, you have a couple of spare hours to go do some volunteering, you might meet someone there because, well, at least at that point, you have at least some element of a common shared interest because you're both there doing the same thing in that volunteering effort.
Well, Yes, I think volunteering is so blessed. It's wonderful, especially during this time of year. But if you don't want to volunteer, if you can't find a charity that you think that you could really get your arms around, then that's okay too.
Sure.
Get into something that you really enjoy, because when you enjoy something, it will show on your face, and you will look so happy and so receptive. I mean, who wants somebody who has their arms over their chest and is not open and accepting to what he or she is going to tell you? So, I mean, everybody's looking for somebody who's light and airy, has a sense of humor, and looks at life as an adventure rather than, oh, you're talking to me. When can we walk down the aisle?
Yeah.
Oh, please. I mean, I just get weak in the knees thinking that some people are out there thinking that they can do this.
Thinking of all these country songs, too, is springing to my mind that Jerry Lee Lewis used to sing a song, as far as being who you are. I am what I am, not what they want me to be.
Yeah, well, that's all the work that I do. You really have to identify who you are at your core so that you are capable of even giving and accepting love when it does come around.
Dr. Gilda Carl, author, relationship expert, columnist for The Today Show, and president of Country Cures, drgilda.com, and countrycures.org on the web. You're listening to Issues and Ideas. Let's get into Country Cures because, again, it just is. It's not a new concept. Music has always been therapeutic. Again, you always have a favorite genre of music. After a hectic day, you pop the disc in, the CD into the player, and it brings you back down to planet Earth. And you're taking this concept in music and therapy, and with the country music genre, which talk about thinking out of the box. A lot of people are probably saying you pretty much took a sledgehammer to the box.
Well put, Chris. Yes, as you said, music heals, no question about it. Stringed instruments especially dominate classical and meditation because we know and we have these images of angels playing harps that symbolize the health and comfort and joy that people can experience. But we have found scientifically that the vibration of stringed instruments match the energy of the heart, the small intestine, the thyroid, the adrenals, and other parts of the body. So when we hear the vibration of stringed instruments, a la guitars, and we add that to the songs that are raw and truthful that people can identify with, especially in this very plastic world, then people feel that they have something going for them. And country music is also funny. And, listen to some of the titles. Did I shave my legs for this?
Yeah.
Or you're the reason our kids are ugly. Or she got the ring and I got the finger. I mean, you can't help but laugh at these. But in addition, I found some research by a psychiatrist, David Hawkins, who measured consciousness on a scale of 1 to 1,000 using muscle strength. And he saw that most people fell under 200. Now, this is fascinating when you look at the news today. These people under 200, which is the majority of the people that he found, reflect fear, anger, and lack of truth. But he also found that the people who were listening to country music had a muscle strength that rose to 520. And suddenly these people were showing truth and trust and unconditional love and joy and serenity. These are not the people who are going out and shooting up schools. So I found this fascinating. And what I do simply is develop a curriculum, and I have a team of people who go out into the schools working with veterans, working with people in all walks of life who have pretty much shattered lives and are bullied and and they are looking for something else. The country music gets people to express their truth, but Country Cures trains people to apply this truth to life's tough issues. And from guitar strings to heartstrings, we are finding such changes in human behavior that it's incredible. It's just incredible, and I'm loving every bit of what I see as people open up. So on the website, countrycures.org, you can see what we've done with one curriculum selection, a teaching tool that we use from Leanne Rimes' song "Give," and we say to a bully we say to a kid who's been bullied, speak up for yourself, feel good about yourself. And the kid says to this bully, you know, I can help you with that math problem you were having problems with in class. And the bully walks away. And all of the stories that we're using have been taken from real life stories of the people that we meet.
And given this time of year, it's one of the messages of Jesus to pray for your enemies.
Well, that's exactly right. And I say at the end of this particular musical selection, and it's all like a minute and a half, I say, tell me what you want, but then tell me what you're prepared to give to get it.
It really is an interesting concept for, again, an outlet and resource for your emotional and even spiritual stability and well-being that Dr. Gilda has crafted. You can learn more about that at countrycures.org. And to keep on top of everything that she is currently up to, the books that she has written, everything, and there's always a lot more still to come. That's all found at drgilda.com. Dr. Gilda, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. If it's a Kwanzaa or if you're agnostic, have a great day.
I'm a child of God, and my religion is love.